Alright guys, CobaltGam1ngHD here, and today I'm going to show you the Star Wars Battlefront beta and do a little review on it. Alright, so we'll go through the menu first. First you've got the Collect. Here you can have a look at your star cards, the rifles you own, and you can upgrade your appearance apparently, but not available in the beta, which is unfortunate. Alright, so next on the stats, not available in the beta, that's alright. Under settings, we got the controls. Here, you know, just the basic shit. You can edit your mouse and controller. You can also change your key bindings. What I like is that they've separated it so you can do stuff on the keyboard and stuff on the mouse. So if you have multiple mouse buttons, you can bind that to like melee or change camera. That's always pretty nice thing to add. They have quite a few options here for chat, emotes. Okay. What else do they have? Hold to crouch, toggle to crouch. Some pretty basic things, and then ground vehicle, pretty much the same. Go forward, go backwards. Alright. We're going to do audio next. I found that the audio was very loud, so I have it on 70. Then you've got output configurations, so you can have surround sound. Alright, so under the video settings, you've got different things for colour blindness. So that's pretty good for anyone that can't see reds or greens. I noticed that everything on Ultra except anti-aliasing ran perfect, and it was absolutely beautiful. But they have all the basic things there. Alright, so let's start with the mission. The mission on Tatooine. You can do partners, but I'm going to do single player. So you have this option thing. You've got the blasters, and then you've got the hands. I kind of have trouble picking which blaster I want to do, since I wanted to try the A2, but I also wanted to try the E11, and I just went with the primary hand because simple enough.
Not my best landing.
Hey, let's go.
When you start, you are greeted with a beautiful animation, and then just having a look at this look at these graphics, man. Just look at them. They are absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't figure out why you started in a Tusken Raider camp. It made me wonder where the Tusken Raiders are. Maybe Tusken Raiders come in as a couple of waves? But look at this view. It's gorgeous. And then I started getting attacked, so I started getting on with the game a bit. Just look at them bolts. Oh my god, did you see the decoration they did on the side of the Tusken Raider tent as the bolt went through it? Their attention to detail, I swear to God, is great. So, just going along, it tells you that you have, you know, new enemy types, and basically this is all the mission is, except obviously new enemies and shit in between waves of killing people. I guess there's like not much story to it at the moment. I think they kind of skimped out on the cutscenes, so they're not giving away too much during the beta, and they're leaving it so you've still got quite a bit to do. Now, that little reloading thing, I'm not a fan of, because the blasters don't get hot. You do reload them. You reload them via the battery pack, or the battery cell. It's basically just like a gun, except it fires the bolts instead of bullets. Battlefront 2 had the reloading thing, and you can see it on the sides of the guns and everything. Though they obviously don't have it on this gun, the A2. Now, when I saw this, I was like, oh shit, how the fuck am I gonna do this? And this is where the star cards start playing in. Now, I thought I'd hide in here because he hasn't seen me yet. Yeah, aimbotting AI. He knew where I was. You can kill it just by shooting it, but I ended up pressing 1 and I managed to use the barrage a bit. The aim sucks, so you were able to just run away for a little bit. Now, I didn't actually know about the pick-upable things, so I'm just there running around, not realizing I have an ion charge, which could take it out, simply. And for whatever reason I thought you could go underneath it, but it ended up killing me. But I skipped forward. And basically on the earlier waves, or later waves, you do the same thing. You get some jetpack enemies. What wave is this? Wave 6 of 6, yeah. They cut the wave size a little by half. No, a little over half. No, a little under half. Because you have 15 waves at the end, or the final product. So, I don't know, it felt... I had fun doing it, but it ended far too soon for what I wanted it. I wanted to enjoy this mode a little bit more. Now, I didn't think of reclaiming the pod, and it blew up. I wasn't too happy about that. I still didn't know how to do the whole reloading thing properly. I still don't, even during the game. I was happy that I won, but as you see, experience all 15 waves and face every enemy type in the full game. They skimped out a bit. They could have given us, you know, just half or the entire thing as a preview. Like, for example, Rainbow Six Siege. It gave you a good amount of levels to fart about with, whereas this, it only gives you 1 level for the mission, and it's not even the full one, it's like half, not even half, just under half, and then you've got 2 levels for the main beta. Alright, so, under the multiplayer, as you see here, I'm under Solist Drop Zone. This is the infantry only type. I didn't realise that was, you know, just a waiting cutscene, so I thought I'd watch it, see where it goes. But look at this map. Look at the animations. Look at that sun flare. Look at the attention to detail in that dropship. It is gorgeous. Now, if that guy has turned around and got me with the cyclo rifle, I was so lucky to be alive. The cyclo rifle is OP as fuck. But it's not a bad thing. They did kind of balance it. I think to balance it further you'd need to add less time. No, more time for the reload or reuse value of it. But just look at this game. Look at the sky. You can see the air battle above you. Which actually is just an animation, but it is beautiful. It puts you into the game. It puts you into that Star Wars universe a little bit more. Stuff like Battlefront 2, yeah, the battles felt more genuine because they were modelled and made to try and replicate the movies a bit more, but this is obviously like tailored more to the FPS experience. So, with it being a big inventory map, you can't just have, you know, open flat ground like Battlefront 2 had, depending on the map. But most of Battlefront's maps were a bit more open, less corridors. This is more corridors. You can get on top of the rocks like that, but you need a jump pack in order to get there. I suck, by the way. 5 kills. Hey. I wouldn't say the multiplayer is exactly hard. It's quite easy. Except for that one guy. That guy had my fucking number. Alright, so the sun glare was a little much. As you saw, it made half my screen red, and I can't see reds properly. I know I could have done the colorblindness profile, but for those of you that aren't colorblind, it would have made the screen a bit duller, because it would get rid of one of the colors that you guys can see. And I don't want to do that. And besides, it doesn't really bother me too much. It's not like a major part of the map. I can see that they got bits of reds in the rock and on the floor, but I can also see the yellow within the floor. All it does is just make it a bit more dull. That's not much. Just watching it, I can't believe it's only a game. The graphics of it, yeah, sure, you can tell they're not real, but it does genuinely look like straight out of Star Wars. And this is on Ultra. Obviously I didn't have the anti-aliasing on TXAA, because I didn't want to, you know, skimp out on performance where I could anywhere else. But there's just something about the atmosphere of the game when you're in it. Something that you can't explain, that you have to witness for yourself. You have to feel for yourself. If you're a Star Wars nerd like me, then maybe you'll feel it a lot more, but it just makes you feel like you're in that battle at that time. Games like Modern Warfare also had that sort of feeling. They put you into that battle and made you, like during the campaign and stuff, they made you feel like you were part of that world. Because the battles were realistic, the people were realistic. And this is pretty similar. Obviously the people aren't much, because they're just other enemy players. Oh, message. I don't think you guys would hear that, never mind. But obviously this game doesn't ship with a campaign, which instantly puts everything down for me. It kind of, when I heard that, it kind of killed my joy for it. I could not wait. I could not wait to get back onto a campaign, especially if it looked this beautiful. I just could not wait. And then when I heard that there would be no single player, the range on that is a bit shit. No, not shit. OP. I was like on the rock away from the blast radius and it still killed me. But yeah, you can tell just by looking at a game that if they were to try on a campaign, it would be really good. DICE, their Battlefront, Battlefield campaigns are pretty shit, but they're not half bad. But I don't think they'd be the ones writing the campaign. If they were to be close with Disney, like they have to be in order to license this game. Well, EA license it, but DICE are the ones that make the game for it. So switching sides in a second, you go for the entire game, both sides, and then the game finishes. I had to switch the game I had to switch the game completely because I don't know why, I just thought that's how you had to go. But like I was saying, DICE wouldn't be writing the campaign because they would be getting the material from Disney, and Disney are really good writers. Since they own Star Wars, I hope that the new Star Wars movie will turn out just as good as what most of their other movies have. We've got like Disney Pixar's up. I'm not sure whether Pixar do just the animations or they also do the story, and then you've got other games like not games, other movies like Inside Out, all of their classics. It's, you know, you just gotta hope that with their track record that they're not gonna fuck up the Star Wars game. And, no, the Star Wars movie, the new ones, and I'm getting like really flustered here trying to say one thing, but I'm saying another thing. But yeah. And if they were to give the writing or the story material to DICE for DICE to do, they could have, you know, did like a little, this leads up to the events of the new films, or this is something that isn't touched on the original movies, but something you experience, you know, in the middle of, let's say, the second original and the third original. Something in between there. They could have added that in and, you know, just made it a bit more. That guy, I swear to fucking God, he appears everywhere. I was a bit, I was feeling a bit like that guy's a bit dodgy because he was everywhere I was. And obviously he kills me pretty quick. Like again, everywhere I was. But yeah, back onto what I was saying, which I cannot remember what I was saying. The game does a good job of putting you into the action. Makes you feel, well, makes me feel that I'm part of that universe, because me being a big Star Wars fan, that's what I want. I want to be part of the universe that is currently, you know, around me. I want to be that rebel that's trying to take these pods that is being overrun by the Empire. And it did a good job of making me feel like I was actually in that universe. I was taken away by the graphics. But things like that killed me. That guy that just kept on killing me, that killed the game for me. I'm joking. He was a bit bullshit, but it's the little attention to details in the landscape, like that TIE fighter that I just passed. If you are to look at it now, it looks so fucking beautiful. Sure, it's a fucking wreck, but the attention to detail that they have there is gorgeous. The dogfight that's in the sky, you can see each individual TIE fighter and X-Wing duking it out. I think the animations just loop after a certain point, but you know, who's gonna stare up at the sky for the entire thing? But it does its job when it's there, and you just so happen to see it. You're just like, that's great. But it's little details like that that make you part of the universe. That fucking guy again. Alright, so advancing on to the Walker Assault, which is the second level in the beta. It takes place in Hoth, which is part of the second movie in the first 30 minutes, I think it is. First 20. Just take a drink. Right, so I start off as the Empire here. Just look. Once again, just look at the scene. Just look at it. When the HUD gets out of the way. The TIE fighters, they're real people in TIE fighters as well. The downed walkers. The space battle that's up in the air. The explosions, the ships. They really have paid attention to detail when making their map. But one thing that bothered me about this map is you're not part of the major battle. Now, if you've seen the movies, the major battle takes place on a flat land. Walkers coming in. Rebels defending their places in dugout trenches. Now, that part of the battle is actually on the other side of the ridge that you are on. It'll get to a point where I can just point it out for you. See, just over that little ridge line to the left hand side. I don't know why I don't bother trying to look at the rest of the map. I just wanted to get into the action and kill off the rebels. I don't know why. I just really got into my Star Wars theme. I don't know whether I was actually protected by the shield or not. No, I wasn't. But I love the sounds it makes when it's inside the shield. It sounds just like from episode 1 with the Gungan Ground Army, and they bring out the big shields. I don't know, there's just something about if you like manage to get into a firefight where no one's actually hitting anyone, but all you see is just bolts flying over your head and bolts flying towards them. Or if you're on the outside of the fight and you manage to see two lines of people shooting at each other. It reminds me of the Battle of Geonosis, where the clones and the droids are first charging into each other with the Jedi leading each squadron of clones. Now this fucking asshole, I cannot stand him. He appears out from nowhere and starts hopping towards me. He's just there like, okay, this guy's got a death sentence. I tried to make it my personal mission to kill him, but I ended up failing. Like so. He is OP as fuck. But they need to try and, you know, make it so. When you come in holding the button, it doesn't work. That's why I didn't shoot at him. But yeah, if you see to the right, there's that other walker coming in. That is where the main battle happens in the movie. Though obviously they're missing out on the other walkers that were with it. That's green shake. They've got the one that was downed by Biggs. I think it was Biggs. Jensen? Jensen and Biggs? I don't know. I'm not really up to date with my Star Wars anymore. But yeah, Jensen does come to mind. I don't know why. But yeah, that's where the main battle is happening. That's where Luke Skywalker is with his starship. One thing I did not like about the Luke Skywalker in here is the fact that he's got his black robes and his green lightsaber. They need to have it so it's him in his pilot outfit with his blue lightsaber. I kind of looked at him and thought, Luke is fucking gorgeous, look at him. But it's not the right fucking one! It's them little things that make someone that's really into Star Wars. Darth Vader just got wrecked. I saw him for a split second like, oh, Vader! And then he's just there kneeling. So I can get to have a good look at him. But just looking at the hangar, you can see how they've looked at the movies, returned to the sets or whatever. I don't know what they did. I know they went into the forest where they shot Endor and had a look around there, and they've modelled it after that. But you can tell that they've definitely had a look at the sets of Hoth, whether it's in the final product or what, and they've modelled it near to perfection. They've added each little part of the... Alright, forget about what I was just talking about. Down there was gorgeous. But that guy. That scenery there, if that wasn't bloodstained and people getting killed... Yeah, it's not really bloodstained, but if there weren't people getting killed, I'd be like, whoa. Whoa. But one thing I don't like about this map, obviously, is the fact that you're not in the main battle, you're in the side part of the battle with the ion cannon. I don't know why, I just thought that was beautiful, and I thought throwing the grenade would help. Thermal detonator, sorry. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling and talking absolute bullshit. Let's get down to opinions on the game. Alright, so, the gameplay feels really, really good. I would definitely give it a 10 for gameplay. It feels right. It's not clunky. It's not too difficult. There are a couple of concerns with the cycler rifle balancing, but hey ho. The guns feel like they're there. They're not just like Battlefield 4 guns where you shoot at someone and it just touches them. It's like a little tickle on the side. You can actually feel the damage you are doing to a guy as you're shooting him. Not just because you can see his health bar at the top. I don't really feel anything good about the star cards. They're not unique per se, limiting the abilities you have to 3. It's basically just like giving you a loadout. But there's not really much good I can say about them. It's different, but it doesn't quite work the way they hoped, I think. Graphics, I have to give a 10 for. The game looks fucking gorgeous. Absolutely fucking gorgeous. The lighting is a little bit much on the sun, maybe. If you have a look at the top right corner now, it's very, very bright. See, that's one thing that pissed me off. The fact that he wasn't the correct Luke. He was Jedi Luke, and Luke wasn't a Jedi at this point. Luke had his father's lightsaber. That's it. Nothing more. This guy hits me when he was above me. I didn't understand that bit either. But anyway. Graphics, gorgeous. The explosions, gorgeous. The wreckages they leave, gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. When you first come into the game and you're like, whoa, where am I? The maps and the gameplay, well, the map layout, sorry, feels good, but very linear, and the main battle, which is where I am now, isn't a major part of this Hoth battle. The major part of the Hoth battle is being on the sidelines. This is the main battle area from the movies. This is the Straits where the shield generator is just over this little ridge here. And then you've got all the trenches where everyone stayed. You've got the ion cannon. The maps are modelled very, very, very well to the movies. There's me using the emoticons. But I don't like being only part of the sideline until you get to a certain point where you can fight in the main battle. I want to fight wherever I want as part of the main battle or part of the sideline. But the game is kind of linear towards you have to do it this way. So I'd have to give like a 6 for that, because it's really, really good. But being more linear, it makes you less of a tactical shooter and more of just a rail sort of shooter. Because rail shooters, you have to follow them, and you don't have a choice whether you're going to go left or right, you have to follow it. And that's how I kind of felt. But yeah, if it wasn't as linear as it was, it would definitely be higher. I've covered the gameplay, the gunplay, the graphics, and the map layout. Okay, so how does it make a Star Wars fan feel? It made me nerdgasm. How does it make a regular FPS person feel? Well, if I use Raymond's opinions, he really did like the sort of game, but he would only see it as a casual sort of shooter. He would only go onto it every now and again after, you know, witnessing it once or twice. He wouldn't continue to play over and over and over and over like you can on, say, Counter-Strike or Battlefield 4. He does like them, but he doesn't want to, you know, play them exclusively like I would. And I sort of feel the same way. I couldn't play this daily, day in and day out, but I could play it a lot and have a lot of fun with it. But the star cards kind of make me a bit weary. But overall, I have to give this game, or at least the beta, about a 8 score. Graphics beautiful. I had only one crash in the entire time I played. The only thing that I did not like was the linearity, the wrong type of Luke, the star cards I'm not really a fan of, and the fact that they skimped out on content. You don't have much to do in this beta. There's not a lot there. But that's, you know, if they want to do that, they can do that. But maybe they should have added a little bit more, just so that you can get a bit of a broader feeling to it. But hey ho. So I'm going to drop the score down to a 7 out of 10 and say if they add more content, it would be a bit higher. And obviously the thought of no single player campaign or single player aspects such as instant action, galactic conquest, the campaigns, that kind of kills it for me as well on the final product. But The final product's not out, so I can't rate that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.